We have predicted many sequels to games on the channel before, and I mean a lot of games. Such games can be found in the Nintendo Extremist Predictions playlist, and I mean, yeah, just look at those beauties. That's right, if you couldn't tell, Nintendo Extremist is going back to its roots. This episode is another prediction video, and like our other videos, a lot of work has been put into this one. So hey guys, Matt from Nintendo Extremist here, and in today's episode we were predicting a sequel game to no other than Super Mario 3D World. Hey everyone, Matt here, and just before we get into the video, I really do want to say a big thank you from me and Tom's behalf for getting the Nintendo Extremist channel all the way up to 400 subscribers, which is immense, you guys. We really do not deserve these subscribers, as if you haven't realised by now, we have took a month break from the channel, and the reasons for this include we have exams which we need to study for, and we have decided to prioritise education in our personal lives for a little bit. So we probably will not be returning to the channel until mid-July-ish, end July-ish, I'm not sure. But when we do return, we are going to be coming back with lots of good content which we have been planning and will be planning until we return. So yeah guys, sorry for this bad news, but I still hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for your attention. First off, hold your horse, and I mean holding tight, because do I think we'll get a third game? Probably not. But will it be fun to theorise and predict? Most definitely. Okay, so when talking about what a third Super Mario 3D game could be labelled, I decided it would only make sense to continue the trend of making the games get bigger, so such as 3D Land expanding to 3D World. What is bigger than a world? Well, multiple of them, of course. So the game I'm predicting will get the title Super Mario 3D World. It would make more sense to call it Super Mario 3D Galaxy, but quite frankly, I'm not a god at Photoshop, so I wasn't able to make the logo with the word Galaxy in it. But I still feel 3D World is appropriate, as essentially this is what the game is. Let's start off with the story. Basically, the story will be similar to its predecessor, but with a twist. The Sprixies were able to put up a better fight against Bowser, against his Koopa army, but it wasn't enough, so they were pushed back with all the Sprixie princesses trapped again. Only the green Sprixie is able to escape once again. Needing help, they call upon the assistance of the Lumas and Rosalina, which agree to help, forming an alliance, which then causes Rosalina to send a letter to Mario and the gang explaining the situation. Which then of course gets Mario and the gang from first 3D World to join the fight against Bowser, but when the Sprixies, Luma and Mario gang and Rosalina meet up, whilst in the effort to travel through the clear warp pipes, Bowser has rigged the warp pipe by causing a crack to occur within the pipe. Everyone is then sucked into this crack, which in some Mario logic has caused them to travel through the space-time continuum for them to end up in space. And the only way to get back to the Mushroom Kingdom and the Sprixie lands is for them to make their way through multiple worlds and obstacles until on reaching World 7, where there'll be a clear warp pipe back to the home, in which they'll continue their fight against Bowser in World 8 until they make it to the final battle, where they'll be able to defeat Bowser and everything turns back to normal. So yeah guys, the story took a while to come up with, but I think it could be a possible scenario, and I hope you like the concept. But with the title and story out of the way, there is much more to talk about, so let's dive into them now.
So, we're roughly halfway into the video now, so I think it's time to do some self-promotion. Basically guys, we have our very own Discord server, the NX Warehouse, and we want some new members. Being in the NX Warehouse does have its perks, as you can speak to me, Matt, and anyone else in the NX family. You also get to help choose our future videos, what we play on live streams, and this brand new game that I've just come up with. If you can accurately predict our next video, you'll win a shout in that video. So, if that sounds appealing to you, feel free to join the NX Warehouse. A link will be down below in the description. Back to the video.
Personally, with this game being unlikely due to the rise of the 3D World port and the new Bowser's Fury, I don't really think we can put a release date window for this potential third installment, but if I'm going to have to give it one, I'll probably say at some point in the next Nintendo console. However, I do believe if this port of 3D World sells well, then Nintendo generates enough revenue, there is a slim chance of a third installment potentially happening with that quickly out of the way. Let's move on to the new playable characters I could believe be added to this game. So I'm going to give a list of 4 potential characters that could make it into the game, and I'm not saying we'll exactly get 4, but I believe that more than likely we'll get 2 new additions to the playable characters you can play. But I couldn't narrow it down to just 2, so I'm going to give you 4 characters and tell you why I believe they could make and from there you can choose the 2 you agree with have best chances of getting in. But as always, if I miss someone you think could be in the game, leave your ideas for who they could be and why down below in the comments. I'd love to read them. Honourable mentions include Professor Egad, who is far-fetched, I know, but why not give him an honourable mention? I love Egad. Another one is Nabbit, who will act the same as he does in Super Mario Bros. U and Deluxe, but yeah, let's move on to the characters who I think could make the cut. At number 1 we have Yoshi, who will have fairly similar mechanics to what he has in Mario Galaxy 2. You use his nom or tongue move to latch onto those higher places impossible to reach without power-ups from other characters, which makes him unique. The Dash Peppers also make a return, which will use them to allow Yoshi to charge into walls and break them in substitute of using shells. I believe Yoshi does need to join Mario 3D Worlds, as he is really an OG character at this point, and we got Rosalina, so the possibility of Yoshi being added is high. At number 2 is Birdo. In my predictions for new captures for Super Mario Odyssey 2 all the way back in August of 2020, Jesus, that's a long time ago, which if you want to check out, a link will be in the iCards above. Birdo was also included in that list, and the same applies here. Although my ideas for her from that video will be the same mechanics she could have for 3D Worlds, in which her egg projectile ability could be used as attack, and maybe for specific green stars her egg ability is used to hit targets to unlock a door which has green stars inside. She'd be quite a simple character to add, but yes, we haven't seen Birdo in a long time in the main installment, so... Obviously with the Galaxy theme I'm predicting for 3D World, and there has to be the inclusion of everyone's favourite Luma. Yep, that's right, I think Lubba would be a great addition for this third game. This would be a very nostalgic addition, but with Lubba I think his mechanics could, instead of including Captain Toad levels, you use Lubba to control the Starship Mario. In a series of 2D puzzles, these could include mazes, time challenges to collect the most star bits, to even little 3D segments that involve destroying as much enemies you can, similar to the progressively harder time levels in Mario 3D World, which you went through a numerous of mini stages to get a total of 10 stars. It would be cool to see parodies of many iconic games in the Mario world. At number 4 is Captain Toad. As mentioned before, I don't think Captain Toad's levels would make a return, as I believe since everyone loves him so much, they'll probably, instead of levels being made for this 3D third game, they will be put into Captain Toad Treasure Tracker 2, which I think will be justification for them not being added in this 3D Worlds. Essentially, Captain Toad would more likely have a flashlight ability in order to lighten up darkened rooms, and if they decided to add shadow levels again to 3D World, I think it would be cool if you look forward using Captain Toad, his flashlight reveals all the shadows and causes the level to become light. Yeah, I know, it's a bit odd, but there wasn't too much I could think of for Captain Toad, as he's merely a clone of Toad, and that's just a... no. So that wraps up the video. What do you think of my predictions? Comment below what would you like to see in a third 3D Mario game. If you liked the video, then make sure to leave a like, and whilst you're at it, consider joining the NX family by subscribing and turning on post notifications so you don't miss our next video. Join the NX Warehouse, our Discord, in which you'll be able to see the behind the scenes of the channel and get to talk to me and Tom personally. With that said, I've been Matt from Nintendo Extremist, and I'm signing out.